Hi guys, it's Lily. I thought I would bring you along today for something a little bit different than the norm. Not too different because I've done some DIY projects with you before. But today I'm working on some Tory Burch shoes. I purchased a couple pair, oh, about a month or so ago. And I finished one pair, and as I was working on the other ones today, I thought maybe you might want to come along and see what I did. I am bumming today. I have no makeup on. I threw my hair up in this little bun, whatever you want to call it. Didn't even brush it because I'm waiting for my daughter to finish packing. I had to get her another suitcase. And then when she's done, I'm going to go through her suitcases and make sure she didn't take anything that was not given to her, because she's been ransacking through all my bins and stuff, and that'd get me in a lot of trouble if I go to sell something and it's just not there anymore. Anyway, I wanted to show you the first pair. This is a pair I did for myself because, of course, I wanted to test it out and make sure that they were durable. This is finished. I completely dyed these. They were, well, I'll show you how they started. They started like this. And now they're like this. I have already worn these several times, and they have held up really well. And so now I'm starting on the second pair that I'm doing for a friend, because she wants hers to be brown. So I started on one, and I thought, well, let's just take you guys along for part of it and kind of give you my steps and let you see what I've done. So this is how they look, and this is after I have scrubbed them thoroughly with just a little bit of water and the Reshoevn-Ator that I showed you guys before, and I used the horsehair brush, and I scrubbed the heck out of them all over, including the bottom soles, so that I don't have to do that afterwards. So I did that, and then I took acetone and a cotton ball and took a layer off of the leather color, and that just prepares it for the new color. So I'm not finished with this, but I had already started one, so this is the first coat, and I think I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the final coat, even though I think I color matched this pretty good. I think it needs to be a little bit lighter for the final coat, so there's a little bit of a contrast, because the Tory Burch is the same color as this Tory Burch logo on these sandals. So what I use, I showed you before, is this leather color restorer. It's called Leather Hero. This is the light brown, and then I used the bone color, and I mixed it 2-to-1, and I did measure it so that I could repeat this color. So I got two of the light brown and one of the bone, and so I think for the final color I'm gonna just mix it 1-to-1. So anyway, so let me put you down here, and we'll just do just a little bit of this, so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see. My doggie is right behind me. She won't go anywhere without me, or won't let me have my space, put it that way. Alright, so I just use a little brush, and I'm sure you've painted as a child. It's the same thing. I do put on very light coats. I don't know if you could see this or not. And I do multiple coats. I usually do 3 or 4. And I always, with these, I'm starting with the toe area. Just makes it easier to do the rest. But I'm just doing a light coat Make sure you don't have any brush marks, because these are like pebbled leather, so you want to make sure that they stay looking like pebbled leather. Just get this spot under here. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I don't do the back side that touches the foot because it's the regular color of the leather that has not been stained. If you can see that. So that's going to stay that way. But I do the little parts that are the hardest to do, like this part here. Don't puddle up your paint. Make sure you keep it at a minimum. And like I said, a very light coat, because you're going to be putting on 3 or 4 coats until you're happy before you seal it. So after I do the sides on both, then I will do the edges of the sandal around the top of the foot. Hope you guys can see this. But very light coats. If you get it on the side of the sole, wipe it off real quick. You've got a few minutes to do that before it dries and you have to use nail polish remover, and you really don't want to do that because it'll change the color. But then, okay, so after I do that, you could either edge coat these or you can paint them. And I've chosen to paint them the same color of the shoe to make sure, because, you know, edge coat cracks. We've seen it on the purses, it cracks. Even though I could do a thin edge coat on this if I wanted to, I'm chose not to do that, but you can do that. And, you know, keep in mind that I'm doing these for me and for a friend. Would I do this for to sell them? Probably not, but, you know, maybe if I got a pair that was structurally sound and just needed to be spruced up, I probably would, you know, do one for the 4th of July. I mean, these shoes are expensive to buy them new, and I'm not going to buy a pair new, not when I can get a good price and have basically a new pair of shoes when I'm done. I'm sorry if you can't see this very well. It's kind of hard to, I can't see my screen, so I'm just guessing that you can see what I'm doing. But make sure you tape off everything that you don't want to get the leather paint on. And with the pebbled leather, you're going to have to go over it in a couple different directions because, you know, it's pebbled. It's not smooth. And that's another reason why I do several coats, to make sure that the coverage is good before I seal them. And I'm not going to show you the sealing part today. I'll show you what you can use. There's a couple different things. They both work well. But yeah, I needed to get these finished so that I could get them off in the mail. And so I figured today would be a good day to do that instead of listing. And always, too, keep in mind that your paint is going to dry, your leather paint is going to dry a little bit darker than what it looks like when you're brushing it on and while it's wet. So keep that in mind when you're mixing it and choosing your color. I hope this is in the screen. If it's not, I apologize. I try very hard not to get it on the sole because I did with mine and it was a mess to get it off. Right. So, can you see that? I don't know if you could see that or not. And watching Farmhouse things to make from Dollar Tree, which is it's very soothing to sit and see what they make out of the Dollar Tree stuff. Dollar Tree finds. Alright, almost done with the first coat. Again, I do not paint the leather on the inside here because the sizing is in there, and it's the part that touches the foot the most. But I do get all the leather all the way to that on the bottom. And there she comes. So here I'm taking the Crayola brand paint that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I've talked about it in previous videos. It's really slippery and kind of performs more like a stain than paint because it's semi-transparent. All right, so when you're going over the logo, just make sure you do very thin, extremely thin coats because you want the logo to remain visible. That's the word, visible, when you're done. So it's very important that you do very, very light coats on that part. So, whoa, looky there. It's a good thing. My dog's wagging her tail. My daughter's sitting outside the door making faces at me. So sorry about that. Okay, we're good. But there, so you can still see the logo very clear. And the Tory Burch, very clear. All right, so they both have a first coat. And I think they're going to look great. Here's a missed spot. All right, so this would be the first coat. And I will come back and do 2 or 3 more coats until I'm satisfied that they're going to wear well when I'm done. And I didn't even turn the light on. I guess this natural light is good enough. Where's my stuff? Okay, well, you could do one or two things. You can get a sealer, a leather sealer from Angelus. Is that how you pronounce it? Angelus. Or another thing you can get is the acrylic matte finish Krylon. There goes my dog all over the thing. And use this as a sealer. You will have to do, if you use this, you definitely have to do 2, 3, 4 light coats to make sure that the Leather paint does not wear off while walking. I did use them on the white ones that I am wearing, and I put 3 coats. I would probably put 3 or 4 coats if you use the spray, and a couple coats if you use the brush on, specifically made for leather. It's the same thing. I'm not sure which one is more durable, but mine are holding up okay. I mean, I wouldn't stand in water puddles with them or anything, but just regular wearing and walking and shopping, whatever, they should hold up just fine. Just as good as what you saw before with the toe marks and stuff. Your sweat is going to leave toe marks regardless of what you do. That's just the way the shoes and leather is. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And just I really enjoy doing projects like this. It's very therapeutic for me. I needed some therapy today with my daughter leaving. So anyway, if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I can, not do these videos because I do the restorations whether I do a video or not. So I've done a lot without videos, but if you like them, I will continue. So just let me know in the comments. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Lily out.